Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Z1M1, the Zelda 1 Metroid 1 combo randomizer. Tonight we have Dark Rupee, Eat My Steale, Shadi, and Sis Crusher racing. Our flag set is rather standard, although we'll be doing second quest this time. There won't be equipment in other minor slots. It won't be in shops, only in upgrade equipment and quest item slots. It'll take 4 to 8 Triforce pieces to get into level 9. And it'll take 2 totems to get into Torian. The objective, as always, is to defeat the bosses of both games and rescue the princess or whichever NPC happens to be captured, and to escape Torian. All right, we should be off. All right, interestingly, the race appears to have started in IRC, but I'm not seeing it actually begin. So, like both Twitch and my restream are still showing the registration screens and the start, so that's odd. All right, here we go. Samus is starting with a Morph Ball and 5 missiles, and Link is starting with the letter. Looks like there's a start here in the forest area, and without a candle, they won't be able to get a whole lot of exploration done in this area. There's a few open caves. Looks like Eat My Steale and Shadi taking the north, Sis Crusher and Dark Rupee taking the coast. Sis Crusher is picking up a key along with Dark Rupee. Eat My Steale and Shadi found a shop. Now, Dark Rupee's found a money-making game, and he's pretty fond of save scumming to build up his money on money-making game. Looks like it's right on the starting screen, too, so he's really going to make use of that. It's always free seed for money if you can find a money-making game on the start screen. Eat My Steale has wandered into Ridley's hideout pretty early here. It looks like Shadi has also wandered into Ridley's hideout. Eat My Steale left, but it looks like Shadi might be trying to do a little bit of exploration before going back to Zelda. Eat My Steale finds a potion shop that is selling bombs. It's a pretty handy thing to find, especially if you have a money-making game you can grind. Yeah, everybody's finding the Ridley's hideout pretty early on here, except for Dark Rupee, who wants to max out his wallet by the looks of things, which can put you in an advantage. Oh, a nice big 50 for him here. If you find there's not going to be anything important in shops, but it is good to get missiles or E-tanks or heart containers out of the way pretty early. And even though equipment isn't in shops directly, you never know if the sword item, the heart requirement, is required. So being able to buy hearts may be important. Shadi finds level 3, which is a good one to find before finding a weapon, because although oddly it has Gorias in it, which is strange. Those aren't usually an enemy type that you find in level 3. Looking like Shadi and Eat My Steale are both checking the upper right corner of Hyrule right now. It looks like Dark Rupee hasn't really been scumming the money so much as playing it where it lies a lot. Except for the -40s. That's going to get him to reset his luck here. You must be buying the map for Dungeon 8. Oh, level 3 does have Gurias in second quest. I just realized that that's probably why there's Gurias in it. You must seal warps to the top of the mountain only to find the fairy pond, because second quest does not have level 5 up there. Another thing to note is that in second quest, the power bracelet is much more important. It opens way more caves, more holes. Everyone's got a nice collection of keys. What's interesting is they could go in and finish level 3 really easily. All you need is keys and bombs. Though you won't be able to get the last equipment piece because it's behind a bait block usually. Although with randomized rooms, I'm not sure how that's going to work. Oh, that's right. Second quest doesn't have randomized rooms in it yet. This Crusher finds level 3, although I think he needs 3 keys in order to actually complete it. Still, he can get the boss item from these Dodongos, I believe. 6 bombs means he has to actually place them all correctly. He doesn't have a sword, so he can't stab them to get him another bomb back. Steale finds Brinstar, and Shadi finds it right after. Crusher may not be able to defeat all the Dodongos if he only has 1 bomb left and that one hasn't eaten one. I looked away at just the wrong moment, so I don't know if... Oh, he did. Okay, he's able to defeat the Dodongos. He collects energy as his prize from level 3. He has 1 key. I think he needs 2 to be able to go to the Triforce room. So he can risk that next room. He's going to have to defeat the enemies in there in order to get the staircase that takes him to the Triforce area. And he says no, and he leaves. Steale, going to the vanilla morph ball location, finds a candle. That's huge. That opens up quite a bit of exploration in Zelda. Although not as much as it is in first quest. I believe they actually remove a lot more of the candle spots in favor of recorder and power bracelet spots. Shadi down here in Kraid's lair. Dark Rupee said looks like he found a candle for sale, which I think is not vanilla. I don't know, I might have just been seeing incorrectly there, but that seems a little odd. Of course, in vanilla it is for sale, but the way that these items are randomized shouldn't have had the candle for sale. Steale's making his climb up the shaft in Brinstar toward the vanilla Longbeam location. Looks like Shadi's also climbing up to the vanilla Longbeam location. Looks like rooms are not shuffled in Metroid tonight. Oh. Steale finds an arrow. Looks like Crusher has come back to fight the ropes and has a key in tow. So should be able to get to the Triforce room if he's able to defeat the super ropes. Shadi also picks up a candle. Steale finds level 6. I think that was accessed from Brinstar, if I'm not mistaken. Now, second quest level 6 has quite a lot of Wizrobes, just kind of like first quest level 6, but it has more gates. Like, you need the ladder to get through, you need bombs. There's a one-way wall at one point that you can make use of. Now, these red bubbles, if you're not familiar with Second Quest, they take away, well, in this randomizer, it's set to take away a random button, whether it's B or A, until you touch a blue bubble. My Steale's diving for the treasure room item, or the equipment item in level 6. Looks like Kirby just walked right by those Dodongos. Alright, so Discretion able to defeat the gorillas. Moves in and... What's that Selfo's god? Is that a sword? That is not a... It is a sword! That's the wooden sword for Sis Crusher. Also a very big move. He's the first one to obtain free damage. He doesn't have to expend resources to do damage in Zelda anymore. That's right, everybody does need Morph on the tracker. They start with Morph Ball in Metroid. Shadi picks up the arrow as well. And yeah, everybody also needs letter on the tracker. Kirby finds a traversal between level 3 and level 1. Starts right next to Aquamentus. Does he have... He has 7 bombs. This shouldn't be too difficult, although Aquamentus is going to throw a lot more bullets than normal. Doesn't take any more hits, though, so that's it. 2 bombs is all it takes. And that is the Zelda Compass? Oh, the quality's so degraded I can't really make that out. Is it, or is it level 2? It's level 2 something. Oh, Triforce 2. So that must have been Triforce. Because it refilled his hearts when he picked it up. Looks like Shaddy's going to the vanilla elevator to Norfair. Sis Crusher is going to the vanilla elevator to Kraid's lair. And finds himself in Kraid's lair. And the elevator to Norfair is apparently vanilla as well. And that's a quick exploration of level 1 done for Dark Rupee. Got that done in a flash. Looks like my Steale's found the ice beam, I think, area. Not the actual ice beam. He found the chose a statue for the ice beam. Shadi does a quick down B, which is a new feature that gets you to the vanilla start location. Sorry, not vanilla start, the randomized start location. And now that he's got the candle, he's going to be doing some exploration here in the woods, and he finds Morph Ball bombs, which is huge. Since he already has Morph Ball, that opens up all of Metroid. So Morph Ball was candle blocked, so candle was also in Metroid. Dark Rupee finds the vanilla, or not the vanilla entrance, the entrance to Vanilla 1 lobby. My god, I'm saying vanilla way too much. In this case, it's not actually vanilla, but he did find the entrance to level 1's lobby from the overworld. Okay, looks like my Steale's also going down into Norfair. Sis Crusher getting bullied in Kraid's lair. Near death here, but decides to leave Kraid's lair first. One change in Z1M1, if you're not familiar, if you take a death, you will go to the last elevator that you came up from or down from, as opposed to the start location for each segment in Metroid. Dark Rupee picking up an E-Tank. Looks like Shadi found the take any road you want, so that'll enable some pretty fast traversal in Hyrule. Discretion looks like he's going to be going to the vanilla Morph Ball location. Or maybe not. If he does, he'll find the candle. If he doesn't, he's going to be sorely mistaken. There he goes, off to get the candle. And the Armos statue item is something progressive. I can't quite make that out again. Is that a bomb upgrade? I have no idea what that sprite set is. No, must not have been a bomb upgrade because he doesn't have any more bombs than vanilla. He finds the ladder. Ho ho ho! The ladder is blocked by heart container requirements. Hearts just became much more important. If that's the magic sword cave, then that'll require anywhere between 10 and 14 hearts. And if it's the white sword cave, it'll require anywhere between 3 and 7. And we know that it doesn't work for 4, so now it's apparently 5 and 7, if it is the White Sword Cave. Dark Rupee finds level 8. Level 8 is a little less intimidating in Second Quest than you might think, because it isn't filled with dark nuts, although it is a little more labyrinthine. It just finds an Aquamentus chilling out here in this room. Looks like Dark Rupee also has a sword. That must have been a sword that is under the Armos, because that's what he's got on his A button right now. Shadi finding that the blue candle is a very tough emergency weapon to be using. Gets a nice drop from the Moblin there. Clips into the bush so that he can get high enough to blow fire onto the bush. And I think that was a door repair charge. No, I didn't actually get to read the text, but I hope it said Hocus Brocus. Alright, looks like Syscrusher just picked up potion? No, something plus. These custom sprite sets. I can never tell what they are. Looks like Triforce piece number 4 is also in a sword cave, in the vanilla wood sword cave. I'm getting tongue-tied tonight. Syscrusher finding level 6 from an overworld spot, it looks like. Finding a lot of money-making game, which is not particularly useful when you have one available right in the spawn location. For a seed where it looks like the money matters, and yeah, apparently that indistinguishable item was the other arrow upgrade. But for a seed where health matters a lot, we're not seeing a whole lot of it yet. Syscrusher finds the high jump boots in level 6. It's a bit of a trek through some very dangerous rooms to get there. But other than that, it doesn't have any logical requirements, so essentially free. Dark Rupee takes a death up in Death Mountain. Putting the death in Death Mountain, I suppose. Looks like Shadi is going into the Deadwoods. Yeah. Hocus Poverty? Oh, man. No, Hocus Brocus is way better. Dark Rupee uses up his potion, buys a new one, as Shadi picks up an E-Tank. I don't think Shadi knows just how important that heart container is. Otherwise, he might have gone for that first. EMI Steale does find how important a heart is in the terms of getting a Triforce piece. Dark Rupee should also have Triforce piece number 2. Pick that up from level 1. I think Sis Crusher was attempting to do a wrap. Yeah, he's attempting to set up for a wall wrap here, but the Waiver's making that a little hard. I'm not sure. He's jammed into the wall pretty far now. He may not actually be able to pop back out of the wall. He's going to be wrapping up from the bottom here. Let's see if he can actually get out. No, he can't. That Waiver's actually soft locked in there. So an up A means he's back at where he entered Metroid. Looks like EMI Steale is going to be joining, well, where Shadi used to be. He's going to cover those tracks down in the Deadwood. Shadi's now up in Death Mountain, and Dark Rupee's down in the Deadwood. Or, in this case, Dead Rock. Although Dead Rocks are an enemy in A Link to the Past. Oh wait, those are the hills from Super Mario Brothers 3. I just realized. For someone who spent a long time grinding up bank, he's still passing up a ton of these items in shops. Sis Crusher's wrapping through the wall. He didn't get bumped into it too far by the Waiver, so this time he's going to be able to pop back out. Normally, you would need Morph Ball Bombs to get into this area, but you can wrap through the wall and just come back out underneath the bottom. There's quite a few more screens here in the graveyard that you... Well, there's another screen in the graveyard you can reveal with the recorder here in Second Quest. But apparently that's where you find the entrance to level 1. I wasn't paying attention when he got into it last time. So that entrance is down in the graveyard, which is normally where you would get into level 6. Well, close to where you would normally get into level 6. Kirby looks like he's going to go into level 1, and unless he's looking for another entrance, he won't be able to find anything important inside of level 1. He's already been to all of the important spots, which is the equipment room drop, which is right near the entrance, and the boss and the Triforce room. But he could also be looking for heart containers. Those will drop in these random rooms. Shadi tragically finds the ladder gated by heart requirements, so now he's aware. Not sure what the star is for Dark Rupee there, but he certainly doesn't seem interested in it. EMI Steale finds the recorder right in the equipment drop in level 1. So I'm not 100% sure that Dark Rupee actually did find that. so I might need to double check that. But the recorder is a much bigger deal in Second Quest if you haven't heard already. All right, looks like you might still doing an unbuffered sword clip here to get into the or unbuffered block clip. With the sword you can buffer it, but he doesn't have that, so unbuffered it is. Shadi also clipping into the center in level 7. Level 7 does require the ladder to fully complete, so you won't be able to get too far into it. Unless he started. He did. He started at a place in the back of level 7. That changes things drastically, actually. Discretion finds one of those oh so important heart containers. Steale pulling a reverse Dark Rupee here. He finds level 1's entrance. Excuse me. Phlegm finds level 1 entrance and uses it to get into level 3. Where earlier Dark Rupee had used the level 3 entrance to end up in level 1. Although he's also in level 3 right now, so... Alright, looks like my tracker's having a little bit of a connection issue, so just to catch him up, Steale picked up the recorder. Dark Rupee has Triforce piece number 2 and a sword. Oh, that's already marked. Okay. Everybody has Morph Ball, and Steale has Morph Ball bombs as well. That's Shadi. And I believe someone has silver arrows. It must be Steale, I believe? Steale's about to pick up Triforce piece number 2 as well, which was here in the Triforce room for Triforce or for level 1. And there it is. Another heart for Cyst Crusher. Looks like he's actually getting quite a few hearts now. Still trying to figure out what exactly it is that Dark Rupee is. Oh, he's got the sword upgrade. That's right. So now he's got the white sword. Steale exercises the illusion of choice to pick the correct choice, which is an E-tank. Unfortunately, I have to take a very quick break. I'll be right back. Looks like Steale's about to pick up a sword. All right. Okay, I've returned. Looking like Shadi is getting a lot of work done here in Kraid's lair. Well, it's also look like he's doing some work trying to get missiles, and the vulnerability from the bombs are actually keeping him invincible as he bounces up and down on this enemy spawning pad. Mike Test TV asked, what's a good estimate for this run? I'm actually going to say it's going to be about 2 hours to 3 hours with second quest, since second quest takes a little bit longer. Has more logical gates and such. little bit harder combat. It looks like Crusher, according to chat, has picked up the Morph Ball bombs. And looks like Shadi finds the bow. That's exciting, since we know where arrows are. So we're going to have bow and arrow available pretty soon. You might still picked up the ladder. That's pretty cool. It does have wood arrows, so I guess I was wrong about that. I don't know if we've been seeing any recorder checks, but I'm imagining those are going to be coming out pretty soon. And just as I say that, Dark Rupee plays the recorder, opens up a staircase, finds level 2. A level 2 is completable entirely with the sword. Some extra hearts for Crusher, although it looks like if Steale has the ladder at 5 hearts, then that is the white sword item, and the Triforce piece number 4 must be the magic sword item. Crusher is right in the neighborhood to try out the ladder. I'm pretty sure he's going to be doing that if he hasn't already. It looks like he might be wearing... Yeah, he's got the blue ring as well. That's fantastic. Are arrows progressive? I do believe they are. I will double check though, just in case. Yes, all items are progressive in this seed. Arrows, swords, boomerangs. Rings, all progressive. Dark Rupee's about to enter the equipment room for level 2. Finds the book, I believe. That sprite said I can never be too sure, but I'm pretty sure it's the book. Dark Rupee momentarily seems to forget exactly where all the connections are in level 2. So it's taking the long way around. There is a false wall to the left that he could push through if he wanted to get back to where he was going before. Yeah, seems to forget all the connections, which is a shame. Steale is getting quite a bit done here. He clipped into a block to make his fight with these Dark Nuts much easier. So even though he only has the wood sword, he has a pretty good shot of making it through this. It's just going to take a while since he has to wait for the Dark Nuts to actually come next to him. There you might have seen Crusher do a block clip that gets a screen wrap that gets him around the Lost Wood. Very handy, but can't be performed if the world is mirrored. Looks Looks like Steale picked up a heart and is now able to fire on the dark nuts. Should make this go a little faster at least. Shadi's climbing up to the top of Brinstar, if you can get the timing right on these reappearing blocks. They don't quite have the Mega Man sound effect. They don't go boo. Steale finds a room with a Goma and does not have the bow. But it's inconsequential. It's not that room is important for anything. Discretion finds level 1, and if he is in the right room soon, he will be able to pick up the recorder, which Dark Rupee just used to go find a door repair room. Shadi's trying very hard to get to that doorway using bomb jumping. Normally, oh no, I guess he's giving up now, but normally you need the high jump boots to be able to get up there, or you can do a screen wrap, which he might be going down to do right now. Yep, he's doing the screen wrap to get up there. It's a check out of logic, but it is a check that does need to be performed. And we know where high jump boots are, and they're just free on the over. Or, well, no, they are in level 6, but they're basically free in level 6. Steale really having it rough here with these dark nuts. If he dies here, he's gonna have to go through all of the rooms that he cleared already. The labor of clearing that other dark nut room where he clipped into the wall. There's 3 spots in the desert that Dark Rupee's exploring with the recorder. He finds level 5 and he finds a 2-headed Gliac. Was that 3 heads? I can't remember exactly how second quest is. Oh, is that the boomerang that Dark Rupee's staring down here? Not sure whether to take. And he opts for the boomerang. Controversial choice. Shadi picks up the first Triforce piece. As Discretion picks up the second Triforce piece. Let's see if Discretion goes into level 3. I think he's already been into level 3. So maybe he won't take that doorway. Dark Rupee, I think this is at least the first foray into Metroid that I've seen him do. Shadi picks up Triforce piece number 7. Now, if anybody's found a hint telling them how many Triforce pieces are needed to get into level 9, it would be useful. It can be anywhere between 4 and 8. So it could be that Shadi's just on the verge of being able to go into level 9, or we might have to collect all of them. Which means hearts would be much more required. Shadi finds bait. Now, in second quest, there are 2 baits. One of them will get you past Guria in level 3. Another will get you past one in level 8. The one in level 8 hides a lot more checks. The one in level 3 only hides 1 equipment check. Dark Rupee picks up the candle. Steale's really got his work cut out for him in this dungeon. Between Gibdos and blue dark nuts, everything has a really high health pool, and he's going to take a while to clear them out. But nice and nice and safe on his block. He just really needs to wait for the opportune moments. Discretion picks up a sword upgrade. Now rocking the white sword. And Shadi gets some heart. So Crusher picks up his ladder. A little bit overdue for it at this point, but I think he wanted to be sure he could pick it up. Looks like my Steale's come off the block. That strategy not being great for time. He's only got one red Darknet left, so this should go pretty smoothly. Dark Kirby picks up an arrow. And Sis Crusher finds level 8, which we've seen before. Alright, my Steale's coming up on the infamous Mugger room. Decides to pay the money instead of the heart. Wise choice. There are 2 Mugger rooms in level 7, but only one of them is necessary. This is the one that was necessary, so it will take him to the boss of level 8, or level 7. Although, what would be kind of interesting is if the Mugger room had a door to another level or to Zeba's. It looks like Dark Rupee's likes are hamburger colored? Wait, oh, those are bubbles. Those bubbles are hamburger shaped. My Steale is now fighting the 4-headed Gliac with a white sword and a potion in hand. Sis Crusher with the ladder is able to get deeper into level 8. I think he may actually be able to beat level 8 even. My Steale had to take a dip of a potion, has 1 potion in reserve, has managed to knock 1 head off of Gliac, but still has quite a few to go. Well, now it's 2 for 2. 2 out of 4. And Shadi is apparently the first to get both a bow and arrow completed. And Dark Rupee is not able to claim his high jump boots. Yeah, I get to see that. Hold on, I'll check it on the Twitch stream, because that should be a little bit behind. Oh, I missed it there too. There's the power bracelet though. Level 7 holds a power bracelet, and again, that's more valuable. So we'll see if there's anything blocked by the power bracelet in this quest. Maybe when my Steale pauses next, we'll be able to see what exactly he picked up from the boss room in level 7. It's blurry on my restream and it went by too quick. Now, is that the magic key that Dark Rupee's looking at? No, it's just a regular key. Okay. But without the ladder, he won't be able to get it. Quick check into the item room of level 8. One of the 2 item rooms of level 8. And Sis Crusher picks up the missile. Does one of the fabled armpit stabs. Where Link gets to stab out of his armpit as he hoists his item. Dark Kirby not having a good time here in level 6. Lots of whiz robes, a lot of pain. Sis Crusher might be having a little bit of difficulty navigating level 8. He's in a room that you can get to some good stuff from if he knows how to use it. He might even be looking at a guide right now. My Steale wanders into level 5. I think that was where Dark Rupee was earlier. Not Darker Beast. Shadi could complete level 5, because I believe Goma is the final boss of level 5. Unless it's this Gliac here. I could be mistaken. 5 and 6 in second quest they have largely similar enemy sets, and that makes me confused which one has Gliac as the final boss and which one just has him as a sub-boss. The door is open, which makes me think that the Gliac here is not the final boss. Normally, that shutter door would be closed if it was the boss. But I think it was a moved Gliac. Well, it wouldn't be, because this is the right room for him. Oh, that door behind him, behind his butt, was closed. That's definitely the final boss. Oops. Oh, it looks like an ice beam, too. Which is a fantastic pickup. I think my Steale is definitely making the most progress so far. Alright, Sis Crusher is definitely making his way through level 8. I think he's gone past all of the twisty turns in level 8, and basically if he just keeps following this path, he'll make it to the end. There's one more junction where he can decide to go a different way and go to the upgrade room. And I believe... No, Dark Rupee is not out of potions yet. But was unable to pick that up. But I wonder, is he actually going to keep going after the item here? No, it looks like he's given up. So no high jump boots for Dark Rupee. Sis Crusher's in that room that he can make a choice on now. Going north from here should get him to the end of the dungeon. Going south from here will take him to the upgrade room. Armed with a ladder, my Steale is able to go much further into level 5. He'll also be able to go to level 6, but he won't be able to defeat Goma. Speaking of Goma, there's Goma. Not a required Goma. Sis Crusher is on his way to the upgrade room. Dark Rupee clipping through the wall to get under, just like Shadi had done earlier. Now Steale can start putting the power bracelet to use. And that's the Crane Totem, which is required. Bridge skip has been disabled for Z1M1, if anyone is not aware of that. Which means that there's no way to get into Torian except for having both totems, or having the required amount of totems. I have no idea what Dark Rupee just picked up. That sprite set is indecipherable at sometimes. There's a trek up to Death Mountain for Sis Crusher. You may still exploring the Take Any Road You Want caves. Shadi picks up the Zelda compass. I believe Shadi's up at the top of Norfair right now. Picks up his blue ring. Along with having Morph Ball and Morph Ball bombs, he's able to get up here into a very item-dense area. There are 6 items up in Lower Norfair, one of them an equipment slot. Along with, I think, 5 upgrade slots. Don't think any of them are even other slots, so it's a very dense area to explore. Though he might have a little bit of trouble getting into this next area unless he wants to go back down and take the left corridor. He doesn't have Ice Beam, nor does he have high jump boots, which means it's going to be a fight. Oh, yes, he does. He has high jump boots. He was the one that was able to go in. No, that's not high jump. Somebody has high jump boots. I forgot who it was that dove level 6 to pull them out. I thought it was Shadi, but evidently not. The coast item is money. My Steale picks up the coast item right now. Shadi picking up a bomb upgrade here in the attic of Norfair. After doing an impressive bomb jump to get up here. Let's see if my Steale can remember his way around level 2 a little bit better than Dark Rupee was able to. Success Crusher's going back to fight the actual boss of level 8. Don't know if he was misled before or something, but either way, he's making his trek back this way. My Steale finds the book, decides to pick it up. Dark Rupee finds Morph Ball Bombs. Yeah, Sis Crusher defeating the Dodongos that guard level 8. If they can get that one to actually inhale the bomb. There we go. Got the smoke. Got the stab. Gets the extra bombs. And finds the bait in level 8. Isn't that great? You can use it to placate the Goriah. And excavate level 8. And there the bait goes. And then he preserves the bait by doing an up A right out of the room, so now he has the bait for level 3 as well. Steale taking on the 2-headed Gliac. He's already taken out a 4-headed and a 3-headed Gliac, so he's done the Gliacs in reverse order. Though now he has the white sword, so this should go a lot faster. On top of being fewer heads to chew through. Finds the raft in level 2. I didn't get to see if Dark Rupee actually managed to make it back here, but there he also gets Triforce piece number, what was that, 7? 3. Triforce piece number 3. Now Sis Crusher is able to traverse through this part of level 8 toward the second equipment room. Steale putting the raft to use to, pay a door repair charge immediately. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I was away for a little bit, but we haven't seen level 4 at all yet, I believe. Dark Kirby picks up the ladder. And he Steale picks up the Morph Ball Bombs. I feel like those two are about equally important between Zelda and Metroid, so they both have gotten some very important items. And just as I said, we haven't seen level 4. It appears to be in Vanilla Second Quest's level 3 pond. And with this entrance out in the back here, well, I was going to say skip the recorder requirement, but you don't because you need it to be able to get into level 4 here. You must Steale taking, I believe, an intentional death against the Dig Dogger. My Steale finds the second required mugger room. Pays, and he'll have a very short trek to the boss of level 4. Looks like Dark Rupee's also at the entrance to level 4 here. Also looks like you might still picked up the magic key at some point. As Sis Crusher finds the second set of arrows. So that's the first silvers that Sis Crusher just picked up. But does not have the bow. The bow is in Kraid's lair. Deckerby's farming for something. Bombs? Yeah, he's got bombs now, and now he's going back in. Yeah, he must have needed those for the dongos. Sis Crusher checking the vanilla level 8 spot. Steale was able to defeat the Dig Dogger by killing one of them and then walking off screen. Picks up something that I can't see very well here. Oh, that is a blue ring. And then picks up something else I didn't see very well. Boomerang? I think that was a boomerang. Hopefully I can see, I probably can't see it any better on Dark Rupee's screen. And the infamous false wall behind the Triforce piece thing in Second Quest level 4. One of its more nefarious traps or hidden items. Dark Rupee also making good use of the boomerang. Of course, whatever it is on Dark Rupee's screen, I'm not going to be able to read it because it's just too strange. I have no idea what they picked up there. It might have been the boomerang though, because looks like he's got the magic boomerang now. Dark Rupee is rapidly catching up to Eat My Steale here in level 4. Sis Crusher finds level 2. Eat My Steale finds Triforce piece number 5. You may Steale and Dark Rupee occupying the same room momentarily. I'm willing to bet that they'll want to check out the upgrade room here in level 4 as well. Dark Rupee picking up Triforce piece number 5 right behind Eat My Steale. And we can see Eat My Steale making his way to that upgrade room. Shadi, I believe, just picked up his recorder. He certainly came from the room where he would find it, so I imagine he's probably found it. Syscrusher is about to see the book. Let's see if he actually picks it up. Note illiteracy from Syscrusher. Shadi defeats Aquamentus easily. About to claim Triforce piece number 2, which may put him in the running for level 9. Although he does not have the silver arrows. Though we know where silvers are, so this very well could be the fastest Zelda seed in quite a while. Here we're an hour in already, but we have no mode for being able to beat Zelda, at least until we can get the Triforce piece. EMS Steale does find that upgrade room in level 4 and gets a wave beam for it, tucked behind this Aquamentus. Now the other arrow pieces, the 2 arrow pieces were in, one was in Brinstar, which is the one that Shadi has already. The other is in level 8. And Shadi's doing the up A trick here to preserve his bait so he can get into level 8. But here I think we're getting our first peek at the item contained behind the Hungry Gorilla in level 3. Excuse my hiccup. Looks like it's just bombs. I do believe Steale has actually finished level 4, but he's just getting some of the additional upgrades that you can get here. Like the heart container that he was able to pick off the floor. Syscrusher is making his way toward the Gliac in level 2. Some nice double-sided sword stab there, able to get both Dark Nuts with one swing. And Syscrusher up A's before continuing, because I think he ran out of keys and wasn't able to take on the Gliac. It's a very unfortunate problem to have. Ah, I was mistaken. I forgot about the other treasure room in level 4. Unfortunately, it's just energy. And with that, Steale pops out of level 4, tags in with Syscrusher, who has entered level 4. Plenty of money for the Mugger room. Seems Shadi's gone back for the book. Says no. Oh, not back for the book. This is his first time encountering it. And there's the mugger room for Sis Crusher. Opts for the... Is he going to take the life? He's hesitating. My Steale is cleaning out level 3 right now. Sis Crusher's really hesitating on this. Decides to not make a choice. My Steale getting bullied a little bit by the gorillas, but it's not really mattering too much with his high health pool and blue ring. And just like that, he's back up to full health, and he's walking away with at this point, Mags. So he is the first person to get Mags. Seems Sis Crusher might be headed for that upgrade room first. As Shadi takes out the two-headed Gliac in level 2, picks up Triforce piece number 7. Certainly leading the charge on Triforce pieces. A little less hesitation there from Sis Crusher this time. Pays the money to get through the mugger. Uses his last key to enter the boss room. And the good old tactic of throwing down a bomb before breaking apart Dig Dogger. Makes it much easier. Kills one, leaves the room, enters again. Dig Dogger is gone. And finds himself another ring upgrade, which gives him the red ring. And yeah, that is indeed a boomerang upgrade, now that I see it on the floor long enough, because he didn't take it. Yeah, according to the peak that I just got on Shadi's Triforce screen, he's only missing 3 pieces, so there's another one that he picked up at some point that is not marked. I'm willing to bet it's Triforce piece number 5, because Dark Rupee and Eat My Steale both have it, but that's just a guess, so I'd have to see the Triforce piece again. No, actually, no, he does not have Triforce piece number 5. I know that as a fact now, because Dark Rupee has a piece that Shadi is missing. So it might be 8 then, or 4. Well, it's going to be one of those two. Oh no! Okay, the tracker might have got my back here. Meanwhile, speaking of Triforce pieces, Sis Crusher picks up piece number 5. That was found at the end of level 4, which Shadi hasn't gone through yet. Dark Rupee's still looking a little thin on energy here in Metroid. Only 1 energy tank and it's empty right now. Though it looks like he's on his way to where the bow is, so that's going to be a good addition there. Crusher finds that upgrade room, picks up the wave beam for 45 rupees. Shadi is unable to obtain Triforce piece number 4. You see those 2 staircases on Dark Rupee's screen. One of them is a take any road you want when you didn't have the candle, and the other one had to be revealed with a candle. Crusher has now taken the money over the boomerang and does not intend to get the other boomerang. And Crusher wanders into level 5, right into the boss room. And Dark Rupee wanders into level 5, right into the boss room. And it's over. Crusher has beaten the boss. Still didn't get to see what he picked up. Didn't get to see it on Dark Rupee's screen either. But there's the Ice Beam, which is much more important. Oh, it's some progressive item. Is that another sword? Yes, it's Mags. Oh, Dark Rupee and Crusher both get Mags and get the Ice Beam. Well, Dark Rupee will in a moment here, I think. He's got to get his way through the Wiz Robes and the likes. There he goes. Now he's got the Ice Beam. My Steale also has Wavy Ice. Crusher has Wavy Ice. Dark Rupee just has regular Ice, since I don't think he went to the upgrade room in level 4. Dark Rupee not entirely sure on his second level geography here, bombing some walls that haven't been shuffled to be open. Crusher burns a bush, winds up in the backside of level 7. Shadi gets the ladder, I think the last one to obtain it. And my Steale is on his path to the bow. Said that with a little bit more gusto than it deserved, because he doesn't have the silver arrows like I thought he did. No, he hasn't been deep into level 8 yet. Shadi finds level 4, and if he follows this to its conclusion, he will have 6 of 8 Triforce pieces, the ladder, and wooden arrow and bow, which might actually put him in a position of nearing go mode. Now, I'm a little surprised. I don't think my Steale actually did pick up the bow, did he? I have to double check that. Either that or he did it very quickly when I wasn't looking for half a second. Does get Triforce piece number 6. Shaddy's through the mugger room, had enough to pay the toll. This has been a very energy deficient Metroid run so far. I don't think anybody has more than one energy tank, even this late into the game. Shadi makes good work of one of the Dig Dogger faces and re-enters the room for the blue ring, or red ring at this point. It's blue on the map, but it's actually the red ring. And foregoes the boomerang upgrade. Kirby getting bullied a little bit by the red bubbles. He's going to need to touch the blue bubble before he leaves the dungeon at least. He's probably waiting for it to come back around, because otherwise he'd have to walk through the red bubbles to get to the exit. This is a pretty rough room to find bubbles in. Well, there, the blue bubble is the leading bubble, and it trades places just as Dark Rupee gets there. And he's... Oh, he took one from the red. There he goes. Able to get out of the room with the blue bubble. The blessing of the bubble. Oh no, Discretion is he gonna pick up that energy tank? Yes, he is. Shadi picks up Triforce piece number 5. And Dark Rupee picks up the red candle. Here in level 5. It's very interesting. The Go mode items have been pretty easy to come by. Now we just need all of the totems, because we've only gotten one of the totems so far. And enough Triforce. It's really come down to the quest items at this point, and also everybody catching up on the Go mode items. No one's put together the full kit yet. Steale still needs silvers, Shadi still needs silvers, Discretion needs the bow, Dark Rupee needs silvers. Everybody got Ice Beam, though. So we are pretty close to Metroid Go mode as soon as they get the quest items to get them in. So Steale is gearing up for a run on Cray. Shadi enters level 5. I think this is his first foray into it because the three-headed Gliac is still standing. Discretion buys yet another energy tank. So he's really breaking the bank on the energy tank. And Shadi pulled the Triforce room item out, and I forget what exactly that was. Oh, it was another Triforce piece. It was number 7. And we know where piece number 4 is. I don't know if we've seen 8 yet, since nobody has it. But nobody has 4 either, but that's behind on heart requirement. We have not seen level 9 yet. So even if we do put it all together, we do need to find level 9. I believe with the new connection types, there is the ability for the entrance to level 9 to be inside of another level or somewhere in Metroid. So we may actually be revisiting some of these walls just to check for entrances to level 9, back doors and side doors and. Alright, there's the 2-headed Gliac, one and done, and Darker picks up the raft. And Triforce piece number 7. Or 3, sorry, that's Triforce piece number 3. It's always really hard to read it. Syscrusher spies the magic rod, but it's on the other side of a wall he can't get around. Well, I mean, he can get around it if he wants to go back to start, but not from this place. He's going to have to go around. Many more energy tanks down in Syscrusher's belt. Looks like he might be contemplating a run at Ridley. Ruminating on a run at Ridley, perhaps. And some deft maneuvering later. Steale's contemplating which way he wants to go. I think they're all contemplating a little bit. Except for Syscrusher's. Syscrusher's on a mission. On a mission to destroy a purple dinosaur. While the projectile's frozen, now Ridley's just tottering forward and getting destroyed by these beams. There it is. That's the Ridley fight. Trail's asking, "Where's the music?" I'm hearing the music, so if you can hear my voice, you should be able to hear the music as well. That's interesting. I guess it is possible that interesting. I wonder if something with the restream is set incorrectly and the volumes are imbalanced or something. No, you should be hearing Dark Rupee's screen. Dark Rupee putting the work in to kill Ridley. Doesn't have the wave beam, so it's not going to be quite as quick as Syscrusher was able to do it, but there he does it. And he gets killed before he's able to actually claim the prize for beating Ridley. He didn't even get to see what it was, so he won't even know if he needs to go back for it or not. I have a hunch, just because of our knowledge of all the Triforce pieces, that unless it was Triforce piece number 8, well, it's not going to be a required item. Oh, it could be the Ridley totem. If it is, then it's absolutely a required item. It should be slightly ironic to actually get the Ridley totem from Ridley. Coincidental, maybe. I know some people argue about the proper definition of irony. Though I argue that that actually still is irony. Alright, looks like my Steale has entered level 5 yet again. And it was just a missile pack hiding behind Ridley, so nothing to write home about. Yeah, let me see if I can address this audio stuff real quick. Before I do, though, I would like to hear from anybody else in chat if it's... Well, oh wait, no, we've heard from a few people. Let me bump this up a fair amount. Now, hopefully that should work a little better. There, bumped it up a fair amount. And there's the bait for Shadi. Doesn't need the bait since he saved the bait from earlier. Oh, if he's deep in level 8, he should be able to pick up the silver arrows. He's gonna have to use the bait that he's gotten already. This Crusher evaluating here in the tip of the arrow. Dark Rupee sees that wand. I wonder if he's going to go for it. He's going to have to wrap around to do so. Shadi does not pick up because he needs the money, but he sees the Crane Totem. Oh, sorry, I bet I'm getting a little louder now to talk over the increased volume. You must still getting the red candle. Also looks like he's got 4 Triforce pieces. That should be, what, 2, 3, 5, 6. So he's got 3 as well, I guess is the takeaway. So Crusher really needs to get to Kraid's lair and pull out the bow. That's what we're looking at here. Shadi is about to pick up his silver arrows. Dark Rupee having to wrap up in order to get higher here in Ridley's hideout. This room does present an interesting twist on logic, despite not being set to room shuffle. It did impact the logic of Metroid. Looks like Dark Rupee is headed toward the left side of Ridley's hideout, which was a bit of a chore to get to. Eat My Steale's checking out the ceiling item, maybe? I don't know if we've gotten a peek at the ceiling item yet today. Ah, yes, here he's luring a Rio over so that he can use it as a platform. Although, it looks like he got the scree. Oh, it's just a compass anyway. Compass number 7. Alright, Crusher is here in what I believe is the run up to the bow. So he may be the first here to get the bow and silvers combo. There it is, bow and silvers for Crusher. Now I'm trying to take a look at everybody's jump. Oh, it's Crusher. Crusher definitely has high jump boots. Because I knew somebody picked them up from level 6, but I couldn't remember who. And apparently it was Crusher. There's re-entering level 6 for Eat My Steale. Takes a shot at Red Wizrobe, unfortunately. That'll drive you to an early grave. Shadi having a little bit of trouble here with the bubbles and the wall masters. He needs to kill the wall masters before he can push the block. And the bubbles are doing a pretty good job of taking away his sword right when he needs to use it. Crusher picks up Triforce piece number 6. If we're going by quest items, I believe Shadi has a commanding lead. He's only missing 4 quest items total, where the next runner-up would be a tie between Eat My Steale and Crusher, with 4 quest items gathered out of 10 total. And now Shadi has the silver arrows. So we've got 2 people with the right combination, but only one of them has enough to actually probably get into Ganon's level. Eat My Steale picks up high jump boots. And I still don't believe we've actually seen level 9 anywhere. I've certainly never heard the music, so Dark Rupee hasn't been there. Eat My Steale might actually finish level 6 since he's got the bow and arrow. And Shadi, now equipped with a lot more money, is going to be headed back to that upgrade spot to pick up the Kraid totem. Very important level 8 here. Sis Crusher takes on Kraid. Very, very handily destroys Kraid. Wave Beam will do that. As Dark Rupee picks up the Magic Rod. Just a heart container locked behind Kraid for Sis Crusher. Yeah, Steale is really pushing into level 6 here. Treachery at every turn. He does have a stack of potions that he can dip into if he needs to. So, flask at his side. See if he can journey deeper into level 6, or if this is time to turn it in. And manages to kill Manhandle with a bomb that I believe was just intended for the wall. Either that or it was a very slick maneuver. And there's the map for 9. Steale's very lucky that he has the magic shield. He would have bitten it right there if he hadn't been able to block the shot. Gets a nice boost in health. It's very interesting. He was able to use the bomb's delay to be able to hit the Wizrobe at a time when he normally wouldn't have been able to. And there he's cleared the room. He's got to exit with the blue bubbles effect intact, otherwise he's gonna... There he goes, he's got it, he's fine. He's not cursed, everything is under control. Dark Rupee putting the rod to use here in level 1. I'm a little surprised he's back here in level 1. I'm pretty sure he, like, thoroughly excavated this already. Steale finds the Gliac in level 6. Pulls another heart container out. Now don't tell me Gliac... Yeah, Gliac's not the boss two dungeons in a row. I didn't think so. It's just a mid-boss in this one. There are way too many Gliacs in second quest. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Level 2 has the boss of Gliac, level 5 has a boss of Gliac, level 6 has a interstitial Gliac, level 7 has Gliac as the final boss again. Oh, Sis Crusher's right behind Steale here. Dark Rupee travels down level 3. And Steale finds the Goma, does very quick work, finds the long beam. And Triforce piece number 8. All the Triforce pieces are located. We still haven't seen Ridley Totem yet, though. Hemi and Triforce, ask and you shall receive. We have found Triforce piece number 8 just now. Shadi's diving deep here into Ridley's lair. And Syscrusher is following up with Eat My Steale. He will probably have a nice shiny Triforce piece number 8 to call his own very soon. Shadi, trying to get that, not a Nova, I forget what those things are actually called down here. Oh, but this one's the kind that won't actually go down. So, SOL for Shadi here. Eat My Steale now with high jump is able to climb into that without having to do the tedious wall climb that gets you up to the top part of Brinstar. Shadi trying to leverage the bomb jumps to get into the area here in Ridley. Dark Rupee finds level 9. Again, question mark? Or for the first time? You must look for the Triforce to be into the barrier. Now, I'm not sure if we've seen this vanilla level 5 check here in second quest. It's just a shop. The other one I know is, the other raft spot is a Hocus Poverty. Eat My Steale picking up Triforce piece number 7 and has suddenly matched Shadi in Triforce piece count. They're both, well, yeah, they're both missing the same Triforce piece, which is number 4. Eat My Steale picks up another bait. Well, that might not be another, actually, because the other one's in level 8. And if he doesn't have silver arrows, I don't believe he's been in level 8. It looks like Dark Rupee picked up an additional Triforce piece. Looks like Triforce piece number 2 from level 1. So maybe I was wrong about him having excavated level 1 before. Oh dear, Shadi's softlocked? Oh no, he's not a true softlock, just a minor softlock. Gotcha. That'll happen when you're wrapping up the wall and not careful and get too stuck into it. Syscrusher picks up Triforce piece in number 7. Really starting to see those Triforce pieces even out now that we're near the end. Yeah, Shadi got number 8 triangle. Looks like Syscrusher is actually down to only 2 missing. Triforce piece number 2 and number 4. So these Triforce counts have really evened out, even when I wasn't aware or looking. Poor Dark Rupee bringing up the rear here. And looks like Dark Rupee tried to pick up Triforce piece number 4 again, but nope, no luck. Not yet, anyway. Three is not the magic number, and I'm pretty sure Dark Rupee should know that if you looked at the flag set. Usually advocates for reading the flag set, so I'm giving him a little bit of a crap here. Discretion seems to be thinking pretty hard about what his next move should be. Steale found Screw Attack. Guess he's down in Lower Norfair. No, not even Lower Norfair, it's just the wraparound on the left side of Norfair. I wouldn't be surprised if Sis Crusher tried the level 9 entrance if he hasn't found it already. But it is a very nice level entrance because it's not buried in another level. With high jump boots, Sis Crusher is able to just bomb jump his way up to the top of that Ridley room. Shadi picks up another E-Tank. Steale picks up what, another ring upgrade, question mark? I thought he already had red ring, but apparently he now has yellow ring? And Dark Rupee picks up Triforce piece number 6. And no, I don't blame you. I actually thought he had red ring as well, but apparently he only had blue the whole time. We've been deceived. Gets another bomb upgrade, so maybe he hasn't been up to the attic before, because this definitely looks like the attic that he's in right now. So it was also my bad. Nobody, I believe, has found the various suit yet. I mean, level 9 does have optional equipment in lower, so it could be in level 9. Everybody seems to be looking for that Ridley totem. Dark Rupee finds Kraid. Gets bomped out of the room and back in. He really wants to have this fight, come on. Though it's quite a bit harder without the wave beam. Looks like he's doing some bomb strats here. And bomb strats aren't enough to carry the day. Though he wasn't close enough to capitalize on the embalm frames that the bomb gives, Shadi in the meantime is taking on Ridley significantly easier without the wave beam than Kraid is. Also helps that he has an extra energy tank over Dark Rupee. Wasn't sure exactly how much Dark Rupee entered the room with, but wasn't enough. Meanwhile, Shadi is able to take down Ridley. Steale accidentally destroys one of his platforms that he was using to climb through the wall. Gets it rectified pretty quickly and enters Lower Norfair. I like to call Lower Norfair the hungry part of Norfair. We've just left the Wheaties section, and we will find the Gumdrop hallway down this way. There's also the Olive or Pimento section. Well, we have seen behind Kraid already. Behind Kraid is just a heart container. So Kraid has life and Ridley has missiles. It looks like Shadi's doing level 5 backward, and I think a lot of our runners have been doing level 5 backward since they enter where the Gliac is and then take the transport staircase backward. But they do need to get to the equipment room, which has, well, they don't need to, because it only has the red candle in it. It's a sort of nice to have, but it's not a very nice to have. Syscrusher seems to be pondering entering Lower Norfair as well. So far, it hasn't really paid out too much for Eat My Steale. Although, we're still looking for that Ridley totem, so it might be down here. You never know. There's a nice olive hallway. Pimento-ish. Round 2 for Dark Rupee and Kraid. He's got the talons frozen in the air. He's looking for the spines to leave an opening, which he just created. Gotta be a little bit careful where you freeze those spines, too. You want them to be projected off of Kraid's body so that they don't actually cover him. Unfortunately, he just froze one of the spines into Kraid, and he takes a death. So unfortunate. Steale still haven't found anything great down here in Lower Norfair. Just a bunch of refills, really. And Lower Norfair isn't exactly a great pit stop. It's not on the way to anything. It's a world unto itself. Lower Norfair only exists for Lower Norfair. It is a culinary labyrinth. Or maybe I should call it more of a culinary purgatory. Where good runs go to die. Shadi picking up the red candle. The possible range for the number 4 Triforce is 10 to 14. I'm not even sure if it's necessary yet. We haven't gotten to see a hint whether somebody needs to collect every Triforce piece or not. And Eat My Steale and Shadi, I don't believe have tried their luck with level 9 yet. Well, Dark Rupee found himself back in level 6. See if he's actually going to finish it this time. My Steale's headed down the gumdrop hallway. That'll be the last check that we have in Lower Norfair. After this, I think we've seen everything in Metroid. Because I'm pretty sure we've seen absolutely everything in in Ridley's hideout. I'm pretty sure we've seen everything in Kraid's hideout. There's one check that people might have missed since people don't tend to go that way. Oh, keep your eye on Syscrusher too. He's doing the Norfair wrap to drop down into Lower Norfair. It will give it the same purple color palette. I don't know if you can actually get through the top of the screen in a timely fashion here. Oh man, he keeps getting stuck in Morph Ball form. Dark Rupee cruises through level 6 here. Eat My Steale manages to make it to the end and walks away with I couldn't see. Couldn't really see what he picked up. Was that the Ridley totem? He might have got the Ridley totem out of there. He still needs the Kraid totem though, which is where he will also find he will find the silver arrows in level 8. No quick Goma kill for Dark Rupee, unfortunately. Just gets one hit in on the first cycle, no hits in on the second cycle. And there's 3, and that's the long beam, and I remember there being an important thing back here. Oh, Triforce piece, number something. Number blur. 8. That's number 8. That's right, that was the one that we were having a hard time finding. So Dark Rupee's up to 4 Triforce pieces now. 2, 3, 5, and 8. And there's high jump boots for Dark Rupee as well. Syscrusher making his way down Purple Gumdrop Hallway, which is what you get when you actually wrap in from the top. The colors are all unique and different, since you don't go through the atrium, the umbilical that changes the colors of the palette. Shadi walks through the Mugger Room in level 7, the required Mugger Room. Now, it would actually be interesting, and I think I kind of mentioned something like this already, but if the second unrequired mugger room has a portal to another level, though we've seen all of the levels at this point, so the odds of that being the case are smaller. Dark Ruby, thorough as always, is picking up some extra stuff here in level 6. And Sis Crusher, down at the end of Gumdrop Hallway, does indeed find the Ridley totem. That does put him in go mode for Metroid. He's got plenty of missiles. He may actually end up attempting that. Honestly, Sis Crusher may be in full go mode. We honestly don't know if he has enough Triforce pieces to get into level 9 or not, but that's pretty exciting. Looks like Shadi actually is missing 2 Triforce pieces. I'm guessing that's 4 and 6 that he's missing? Because his single Triforce piece, his wisdom or whatever, looks like the full Triforce with the 3 sections. Because he's missing the middle. There we do have our hint. Seek out all Triforce pieces. Oh, no. Nope, we are not in go mode quite yet. It looks like we're gonna have to seek out all heart containers at this rate. Oh, sorry, I said Sis Crusher, but I meant Shadi. Shadi is missing 2 Triforce pieces. The tracker has him with only 1 down, but I believe he's missing 4 and 6. Alright, my Steale picks up a 3rd energy tank in a vanilla location in Ridley's hideout. On his way to pick up the wand, it looks like. Though with that edict, seek out all Triforce pieces. What really needs to be obtained at this point is more heart containers. Dark Rupee, my Steale still need to go to level 8 to get their silver arrows. And everybody needs to get enough hearts to pick up Triforce piece number 4. My Steale may be the closest to being able to get into level 9. Who's only out that heart requirement Triforce piece. He's fighting Ridley now. I think he's already done... No, he might not have done Kraid yet either, but... Oh, Ridley making it a little more difficult here. The shots seem to be disappearing before they can connect. Now, my Steale's backed into this corner. Actually, I think he's locked in there at this point. But as long as he can get some work done, it's not a purgatory quite yet. Oh, that's gotta be heck. That's gotta be really tough on the wrist there for Eat My Steale. Sis Crusher still diving through Lower Norfair. He still can't catch a break here. He's really just trying to do some damage here to Ridley, but those frozen shots are keep eating his bullets. So his little safe strategy of hiding in this corner is actually making this a little more dangerous just by prolonging the battle. Dark Rupee picks up Triforce piece number 1, I believe. I think that's a Triforce piece, that weird barrel. It's supposed to be like a can of... You think he's still using his Thanksgiving sprite set? can of cranberry sauce or something. And while I've got you here as a captive audience, riddle me this. Why is it called cranberry sauce if it's solid? It's more like cranberry jelly, if you ask me. Oh, my Steale's really getting low on life here. This is not looking terribly great for him. One more hit, and he's about to bite it. And that's it. Really rough, prolonged battle there with Ridley for Eat My Steale. Dark Rupee about to walk in to eat my poverty. What am I thinking? Watch out from my magic trick. Gets that deduction. Now, Dark Rupee does have a second row going, so he could try the... No, he still needs one more heart before he can even try. He's at 9 hearts. That's right. He's not in range quite yet. He's only 1 heart container away, but he's really gotta save his money if he wants to buy one from a shop or something. This is why it pays to mark shops with heart containers. Suddenly, Dark Rupee's only missing 1 Triforce piece. Which I am absolutely certain is Triforce piece number 4. Dark Rupee checking out the backside of level 3 here. Unfortunately, does not retain the bait, which might bite him later when he's in level 8. Even My Steale taking on Ridley yet again, taking on a different approach here, not tucking into the corner so much. Able to deliver a lot more damage, but he is a lot more exposed here. But he's still able to defeat Ridley with 15 energy left to his name. Let's see if he's able to actually collect the prize, or if he's going to suffer a rough fate here, just making it past him. Meanwhile, Shadi takes out Kraid. And behind Kraid is a much better prize. Behind Ridley, we already know is just a missile tank, where behind Kraid, we already know is a heart container. Rupee's penchant for being much more thorough about cleaning these dungeons probably gives him a leg up in terms of collecting heart containers. Dark Rupee taking a warp tour here. Possibly checking out where exactly all of these dungeon entrances lead to. Pretty sure he's seen every dungeon at this point, though. I suppose the question is, has he seen every room of every dungeon? Discretion down here doing some work in level 7. Now, I know there was a heart container in level 4 that Eat My Steale picked up, but I don't know how many other people picked up, so that might be a good place to look. Here's a blue Goma that I don't know if we've seen the drop from yet. Unfortunately, it's just a skeleton key. Shadi also taking a warp tour here as Steale picks up Missile Pack. Both Dark Rupee and Sis Crusher investigating level 7. I'm sure they're hungry for heart containers. Steale at the shop that's not even selling shirts is too short for a heart container. Tragic story. Wanders into level 3. Now in Quest 1, level 3 was a fairly good place to mine for rupees with all of the gels. It's not as great as level 2 in my opinion. The ropes are a little more... They basically serve you the rupees on a platter. But level 3 in second quest isn't a terrible place to mine. You just don't have people from Rupee group in here. Though I think there's a room with super ropes. Dark Rupee finds level 8, which is important because it has the Kraid Totem and the Silver Arrows. Also has a nice bevy of super ropes. Sis Crusher in level 7 as well. Shadi in level 3. Come to think of it, second quest doesn't really have a very good farming dungeon like level 2 in quest 1. What looked so promising as a jet seed in the beginning ends up being stymied quite a bit by that requirement to find all Triforce pieces. There, Shadi's meditating, showing off his Triforce that only has 6 pieces. There, he finds a nice heart container, though. Unfortunately, without the high jump boots, Shadi, in order to get to the other part of Ridley's hideout, has to take this detour in the wall here. Steale is confronted with the hungry gorilla in level 8 and has no bait to feed. And there's the various suit in level 8 for Dark Rupee. So, Shadi and Syscrusher may already have the various suit, if I didn't even notice them pick it up. Syscrusher here in the required mugger room in level 7. Seems to be beating it momentarily. We're still on that quest for heart containers. And tragically, my Steale, I'm not sure if he managed to get through Gumdrop Hallway or if he decided to give it up, because that's one of those items where if you die on your way to it, you have to weigh the consequences of going back for that one single check at the end of Gumdrop Hallway. And a lot of times, the math doesn't come out to, I'm going to come back to this, immediately. Meanwhile, Syscrusher defeats the Gliac in level 7 and picks up the Power Bracelet. Seems Dark Rupee's gonna have to review notes for a moment here. Syscrusher is about to learn the terrible, terrible truth. Seek out all Triforce pieces. He might still about to finish level 8's main boss area. However, he will also need to go to the upgrade area. Looks like he's trying to game these Dodongos so that he doesn't have to spend more than one bomb on them. He's able to do it. There's the Varia suit for my Steale. So yeah, beating the Dodongo and picking up that bait, I'm pretty sure that's what Shadi and Syscrusher have done. So they both got the Varia suit as well. Steale may be the first to complete the entire Metroid item set. Dark Rupee finds and purchases the Kraid Totem. I'm a little surprised that Syscrusher hasn't decided to go take on Mother Brain yet. Shadi's in Norfair, which is the right track to find that Ridley Totem. Picking up several missile packs. Bait in tow, Dark Rupee destroys the Gorilla. So many hungry little Roombas that are aching for some bombs. Looks like Shadi's going up into the attic of Norfair. And again, without high jump boots, you gotta rely on some good freezing. Good bomb jumping as well. Syscrusher entering level 5 again. Dark Rupee unable to freeze the Dig Dogger with the boomerang, unfortunately. and now was able to get 2 for 1 on that boomerang toss. Gets an indistinct item from the ground. Oh, it's just a heart refill. Now, this is Shadi's first time in the attic of Norfair. I remember there being something important up here. I think maybe that Triforce piece number 6. Steale decided to up A out of level 8, but looks like he's going back in, which is the right call because he still hasn't picked up the silver arrows or the Kraid totem. Steale's getting pretty good with those bomb stuns on the Dodongos without having to put one inside their mouth first. It's pretty impressive. Dark Rupee taking advantage of the book's invulnerability to fire. Oh, with those 2 misses. Oh, never mind. That was actually a stun. Ooh, he's getting a little reckless, though. Dark Rupee not quite as stylish here as Eat My Steale, but he's still able to kill the Dodongos on time, so that's a screw attack for Shadi. That's a good find. That I'm pretty sure he's not the only one to find that at this point. Oh, I know Eat My Steale found it earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if the other runners have found it too, and I just didn't notice. Shadi might be weighing the options here with a lower Norfair dip. My Steale finally finds the silver arrows. Looks like Shadi is actually indeed going into lower Norfair. It is the correct choice, but it's still a rough choice to have to make. We're really running dry here on park containers, and that's going to end up really biting it. Shadi looking for the good freeze, gets the good freeze. Assist Crusher picks up the red candle. And Dark Rupee picks up the silver arrows. So now everybody's got bow, everybody's got silvers, everybody's got most of their Triforce complete at this point. But we're just looking for heart containers for number 4, and most of our runners are looking for the Ridley totem, which is buried deep in lower Norfair. Steale finding a nice loose heart container in a shop. Those are going to be the thing that really makes this run come together. Crusher also finds a nice heart container in a shop. Cannot afford. Everybody's got that one hole in their Triforce at this point. Steale finds a shop with a E-Tank on sale, but it's the wrong kind of health. And Rupee finds potions and a recovery heart on sale. The wrong kind of health. It's looking like Crusher hasn't actually completed level 2. Steale now takes the lead in terms of health, and now is finally within range of checking to see if he can pick up that Triforce piece. If he wants to be safe, he's still got to get another 4 heart containers? Yeah, 4 heart containers. But with each additional heart container he finds at this point, he's going to be more and more sure that he has enough. Finds another one on sale. Remember at the start of this all when I said nothing important is in shops? Why are you grinding for money? I asked. What could you possibly be doing with your time if you're just grinding money-making game? Oh, how little we knew. How innocent we were. Back in those carefree times when, oh, this was a free seed. Discretion defeats the 2-headed Gliac, picks up the raft, and also picks up Triforce piece number 3. Well, that wasn't 3, but, well, something happened here with tracking, so... Second quest is confusing. That pause screen, the Triforce pieces aren't the same as the ones that there in first quest, so it gets a little weird. Second quest handles the internal naming of the levels differently than the ones it actually presents to the player, so... Crusher using that raft to pay money to the door repair charge. Or deciding not to, as is someone's prerogative. Rupee finds level 9 yet again, and is 1 shy of entry. The crushing despair sets in. Steale finds yet another heart container on sale in the vanilla level 4 shop. That's 2 that are available, so again, needing money, but once we have money, he can get up to 12 hearts, which is the vanilla requirement. But he's here to check. Can he pick it up? Drum roll, or something approximating that. Or not. Nope, he's not checking that out right now. But I do hope he's making note of where those heart containers are. Oh, here it is! The moment of truth. And bum bum ba bum. Wow. The health is not right. So, at this rate, the Triforce is not the Triforce of Wisdom. It's not even the Triforce of Power. It's not even the Triforce of Courage. It's the Triforce of Vitality. It's all about that health. You know, I feel like a seed came down to health not too far in the past, where there was one of the components for the Silver Arrow bow set that was locked in a Meg's cave. So Scrusher finds some heart container on sale and does not have the money for it. It's that vanilla level 4 location. My seal has found a room full of blue Tektites. That's a pretty good farm. If you can string together a bunch of blue Tektite rooms in a row, you have a really good farm going. Kirby is deep in level 8 here, maybe picking up some of the spare rooms. There's still 2 rooms that we haven't seen yet. As for how to enter those rooms, it's been a really long time and I don't remember how. There might be a transport staircase that leads up there. Sis Crusher getting the news that 10th enemy has the bomb. This seems to be a pretty vanilla seed lately. The whole Triforce, and bombs haven't been randomized. I might need to double check the flag set because those might not even be set to randomizing. Shadi finds the high jump boots here on level 6. And shock of shocks, Shadi is actually starting to fall behind here in a time where he was in a pretty commanding lead for a long time. And he walks out of that room. He's carrying the red bubble curse right now because he didn't touch the blue bubble before leaving that room. So maybe he's banking on another room with a blue bubble. Or he's fighting against the tide here. Really trying to leave that room with the blue bubble intact. And no, he didn't make it, so he has to go back and touch the blue bubble yet again. Though every time he's in here, he's probably able to take out a Wizrobe. He's got it. He's got it now. He just needs to get there without touching a red bubble again. I think he's got it. There he goes. Bombs are intact. Sis Crusher is mining up here in Death Mountain, checking some of these power bracelet spots, finds himself in Kraid's lair. Though I think he's going to check some of these other locations. I'm not sure if people have checked the attic in Kraid's lair, because that one doesn't have upgrade slots. It has other slots, but those other slots are going to end up being important if we can't find these heart containers. My seal right now is up to 11 hearts, 1 shy of vanilla. Shadi working through, trying to ladder clip, got it. Going into the boss area of level 6. Yeah, Sis Crusher headed up in Kraid's lair, I suspect toward the attic. Rupee trying to... I think he just did actually get to the last 2 rooms here in level 8. I think he's really trying to scrub all of the floors here. Make sure he gets all of those pickups, just in case any of them happen to be heart containers. I'm pretty sure all of our runners know what's on the line at this point. They've all either tried to get into level 9 or they've seen the hint. I'm also pretty sure all of our runners are aware of Triforce piece number 4 being gated behind Meg's cave requirement. It's looking like economy is going to be the winner here. Steale's just hungry for a farming location. He's got a repeatable farm here, I think, with the red lawnmowers. And those are in Rupee group, if I remember right, so this will be a way for him to build up money. Rupee finding himself in Metroid. Looks like he's going down to Kraid's lair as well. Might be checking out the attic. I'm seeing on both Syscrusher and Shaddy's maps of level 6 that there's a whole column on the left of level 6 that they haven't gone into. Normally it's not required to go in that area, but you never know. Shadi now has 12 hearts, which is the vanilla requirement. Might be heading off to that cave to see if he can pick it up. Well, his odds at this point are better than 50%, so unless you're taking it on a case-by-case basis, in which case it's about 33%, but let's see, is this it? Is this the moment? This is the moment! Steale has the Dorito. He has assembled a Triforce to be into the barrier. I'm seeing Syscrusher doesn't have that top room in level 2 explored. Maybe that's going to be a beacon. That's an out-of-the-way room. Steale is in Zelda Go mode. Not sure how he's doing on the Metroid side. I think he walked away from the Ridley totem. Shadi not having enough money to buy the heart container. Rupee going toe-to-toe with Kraid. Kraid is locking a heart container. Shadi at the threshold of level 9. Maybe getting notes ready or something. Alright, well, if this is the vanilla layout for level 9, the solution here requires Shadi to... or not Shadi. I keep calling him Shadi. Steale go to go to the left. And there are a few ways, depending on how much you want to block clip to get through level 9, but for the most part, you have to follow a pretty strict path or you're going to end up back at start. Let's see if he makes his way through here. Now, this direction that he's taking is one that requires some clever block clipping to get around, but it will get you there pretty quick. Shadi's in level 4. Not sure if he's actually gotten to the bargain item here in level 4. And as I remember, that one was actually important. I think that was the... No, Kraid Totem's in level 8, isn't it? Well, I certainly said it was in level 8 before, but now I'm not so sure. Because I'm pretty sure Syscrusher had the Kraid Totem before he had the silver arrows. Steale is probably pondering exactly how to get through this area. Decides that's not the way to do it. Can I just say, I don't think we're at the point yet where we have randomization for rooms in Second Quest available, but once it is, I can't wait to see what level 9s pop out of the randomization. There's a few room types that are in Second Quest level 9 that aren't in First Quest level 9 that I really want to see how they play out when they get shuffled around. And that's the wave beam. And he doesn't have enough for the wave beam here in level 4. There we go. Now my Steale's got the more traditional way of solving level 9 down. Would not be surprised if he was consulting a guide to help him through here. Never really realized there are so few rooms that have required combat in level 9 in second quest. Patra's nice and tucked out of the way. A lot of open doors. Now, I believe my Steale has to bomb to the left here, and that he's stopping to kill the likes makes me a little worried. Oh, this is a treasure room, but it's right on the way. Oh, is it not? Oh, never mind. Don't listen to me. I probably have it backward. It's been a while. Yeah, he's in the right spot. This is about to get ready for a single G for Eat My Steale. He's coming up on Ganon's room here. And here's Ganon, number 1. Shadi just picked up in level 4 something. Sorry, here's Metroid. Time to make some jelly. It's Meg, so it should go by pretty quick here. If it doesn't dodge. There we go! That's one Metroid down. Samus has destroyed Metroid and rescued that one enemy. Those things that Migas, are they called? They show up in some of the Chozo rooms in Brinstar. Shadi is clearing out all of level 4, probably looking for heart containers. Seems like he's found a few. Sis Crusher found one at least. Now Eat My Steale is on to Mother Brain and or Kraid's Totem and Ridley's Totem? Kind of wish he would pause, but we'll see if he's headed straight for Torian or if he's headed to Lower Norfair. So Zelda Compass for Dark Rupee. And a red ring for Dark Rupee. Well, that Eat My Steale is paused, and there are no totems available on his screen. Looking like Eat My Steale is going to have to go find those totems. Looking real unfortunate. But everybody else is stymied by looking for heart containers, so... And he also... Sis Crusher is the only one who also has both Ridley Totem and Kraid Totem. There's, what, Triforce piece number 7? Excuse me? No, map number 7. Okay. I'm starting to tell a difference here. That's what his map/letter looks like. Shadi's only one heart container away. I think there might be a shop that will sell Shadi's final heart container to him. But he needs money for that. Steale's going the wrong direction for anything, unfortunately. But there's no way for him to know, so... And I'm willing to bet that Lower Norfair's Gumdrop hallway is going to be the last thing he checks. No one wants to do that. Discretion finds an on-sale heart container, but does not have the scratch for it. Steale finds Kraid. I just realized that he hasn't picked up this heart container yet, so that'll be interesting. Gonna rub in that he has a surplus of health. It's an affordable heart container. Yeah, shops seem to be the answer. Dark Rupee picks up some oh, that's the screw attack. Dark Rupee just got. And Steale takes out Kraid. Checking behind him. Coming away with a heart container. Now Steale does have to go back to Zelda. Does have to go into level 8. Crusher trying with 10 heart containers, not able to pick it up. If you're just joining, it requires 12 heart containers. Crusher is probably crushed. Dark Rupee is contemplating something near the bottom of Norfair. What's interesting is he actually does have to go into Norfair. Steale's attempting this strip jump. It's a very frustrating, depending on the block respawn timers, just to get up this narrow column. Alright, he makes it up to the item check here. And it is just energy, leaves it on the pedestal. Shadi looks like he's making his way into maybe Lower Norfair. That's the correct play. There he goes, he's on his way. Steale's back in Zelda. Might be doing a tour of all of the levels just to make sure that he's got everything. Hopefully so, because that's one of the right ways to go. There are a few extra overworld checks that he may not have done. I don't think he's done the tip of the arrow, which is where he's going right now. Oh, yes, he has. He's opened it. It just leads him to the bottom of Norfair. Is he going the right way, too? Dark Rupees is right around this area, too. Oh, maybe Dark Rupees is cooking up some new tech here. He paused in the middle of a door transition. Is it gonna blow the Metroid community wide open? He's gonna unpause and he's in the middle of a Torian fight? Clips right behind Mother Brain. Shadi here, diving into Gumdrop Hallway. Like, not only is it the correct play to go to Lower Norfair, it's the correct play to do Gumdrop Hallway. So Shadi is definitely on the money here. Eat My Steale is not in the right row, I don't think. I don't think this is Lower Norfair we're looking at. Yeah, that's definitely not Lower Norfair we're looking at yet. Never mind, I don't know what I'm talking about. That absolutely is the way to Lower Norfair. Meanwhile, Shadi finds the ever-elusive Ridley totem. Oh, I'm wrong yet again. Eat My Steale is not on the way to Lower Norfair. Now Eat My Steale is on the way to Lower Norfair. Shadi, unfortunately, still needs to find a heart container. Crusher, unfortunately, still needs to find 2 heart containers, or pay for them, because I think he knows where at least one more is. And 37 rupees isn't going to cover the bill. You may want to forget what I said earlier. It's not the Triforce of Vitality, it's the Triforce of Financial Responsibility. Crusher picked up a healthy amount of rupees and may be finding a shop to deposit them. Or you're responsibly gambling at the casino. We'll see. Maybe just had gotten confused over where the shop was? 3 rupees short. Eat My Steale making that play down Gumdrop Hallway. Well, that's not quite go mode. He still needs the Crade totem as well. Everything is so close. All the wheels are spinning. Crusher is confronted with 2 heart containers. That's the amount that he needs, but they both have a hefty price tag of 80 rupees. And they're just not coming together yet. He's going to the casino. Meanwhile, Shadi taking on Mother Brain soon. Headed into Torian. Crusher gets a lucky break, gets a plus 50. Saves. I'm a little surprised that he's only rocking 87 rupees. I guess he might have had a minus 40 before the plus 50. Eat My Steale picks up that Ridley totem. This deep in the seed, and it's still a competitive race. We don't really know who's going to win out between Shadi and Eat My Steale in terms of finding the Crade totem and finding enough heart containers. If Shadi comes in here with defeating Mother Brain, then it's going to be tied up at 1 game apiece between Eat My Steale and Shadi. And it's going to depend on who can get through Torian or level 9 faster. Syscrusher checked the sword cave, walked away empty-handed. Shadi making great time through Torian. Syscrusher losing a fair amount of money to the casino. Shadi's walking into Mother Brain's room with 146 missiles and almost 5 energy tanks full. Let's see how it goes. Nice win for Syscrusher. Syscrusher's 3 rupees short of being able to buy both heart containers. At this point, I would just try to get it off of the Octoroks. One Zebetite down for Shadi. What was that? 3 Zebetite zoned out for half a second there. Dark Rupee picks up the Ridley totem. Probably going to be joining Shadi here in Torian. Syscrusher finally has enough to pay for both of those heart containers. Shadi disabling the final Zebetite. Begins to apply the pressure to Mother Brain. Mother Brain is on AI advancement level 2, which means she will be healing in any times she's not taking damage. So you have to do consistent and quick damage to her in order to secure the victory here. Syscrusher now armed with 12 hearts, checking that Meg's cave. We know it. It is true. He's got the full Dorito. This means Syscrusher legitimately is in Go mode. Is our first player who is legitimately in Go mode. Now, he does actually have to make up some time here. Shadi did defeat Mother Brain. Steale has already defeated Ganon. So we've got someone in Go mode that's able to just blaze through these 2 games, and we've got Shadi who is in the correct dungeon to find Kraid's totem. Sorry, did I call him Shadi again? Steale is in the correct dungeon to find Kraid's totem. And that's 1G for Shadi. Let's pray for a true peace in space and see if who manages to come away having killed both of the bosses first. Syscrusher is apparently experiencing a little bit of difficulties here in level 9. Little unfamiliarity, perhaps. Now, what I learned from watching Steale blaze through level 9 is that there's not a lot of required combat. There's not a lot of roadblocks in level 9. Did I call him Shadi again? I'm like a swear jar, except instead of swear, it's wrong name for Steale. Syscrusher is on the case, on the trail, on the correct path. Also found the any key somewhere. Didn't see him pick it up, but I will mark that. There, Sis Crusher showing off those fancy block clips. Nice and quick. Steale almost magnetized to the upgrade room here in level 8. Finds that Kraid Totem, finds that price tag, looks at his wallet, and weeps. Back to the salt mines. Sis Crusher in the transport staircase to Ganon. Shadi scrabbling for a heart container. Any heart container. And here's Ganon number 2. Sis Crusher almost got the stun lock on. Ganon is at level 2. I think he might be healing right now. One more stab would normally take him out, but unfortunately, no. He's got to take another... land another one, at the very least. There it is, Red Ganon. Red Ganon at night, Sailor's Delight. There's the silver arrow. That's 1G for Sis Crusher. Ganon's out of here. The Migo is rescued. Steale desperately searching for Scratch. Four rupees away. Probably can put that together in the time he takes him to get through level 8. So he's gonna be headed back to level 8? Question mark? Shaddy's still just combing the dungeons looking for a heart container. Or maybe the money for a heart container, if he knows where one is. Sis Crusher on a beeline into Mother Brain. It looks like he is now in the lead. Dark Rupee playing money-making game. Probably trying to get enough money together for hearts. That's just the name of this game. Sis Crusher's on that final ascent. Now I'm wondering, is Shadi finally going to the apex of level 2, and will we see a heart container drop there? That could be a very big moment. Depending on how Sis Crusher's fight with Mother Brain goes, if he really gets bullied by those Rinkas, he might actually be held up long enough for Shadi to still squeak in first here. Still, Steale desperately grasping for that Kraid Totem. Might be right behind Sis Crusher. It might come down to who gets through Torian, who gets through Mother Brain faster. It's going to be tight. Sis Crusher's got the lead right now. It's his game to lose. Unfortunately, Shadi does not have a heart container. He needs that. He needs it so bad. Everybody's grinding the money out of the money-making game right now. Takes that 10 rupee loss. Takes another 10 rupee loss. He's probably going to be gambling in mass here, where he's going to retry only once he's lost enough, yeah. Steale about to pick up that Kraid Totem. There's go mode for Steale. Dark Rupee picks up a heart container. It's not quite enough. Let's see if he's got another one under his sleeve. I think he's heading into level 9 just to set his respawn location. Steale, I think, is headed to Metroid? I think he's headed for the Brinstar. Yeah, he's headed for the Brinstar entrance. One of the Brinstar entrances. Dark Rupee has purchased enough heart containers. He will be the third one in go mode. Asking what category is this and why do people need money for hearts? Because it just so happens that one of the Triforce pieces is in Meg's cave, and it requires exactly 12 hearts to pick up that Triforce piece, and the Triforce piece is required. There's Rupee's full Dorito and Rupee's level 9 entrance. Just as Sis Crusher enters Mother Brain's room. So here we can have a side-by-side comparison to see exactly how fast Mother Brain versus level 9 takes. Steale is right on Sis Crusher's tail. This is still going to be pretty close. And if Sis Crusher does not manage to take out Mother Brain... Oh, there's Shadi's Triforce piece number 4. Let's see if that's the full Monty for him, too. Because I do suspect he might have picked up Triforce piece number 6 somewhere in Metroid and not had it recorded either. It had been recorded, but I knew that it was off at first. Let's see if he can get into level 9. If he can, he's going to be right behind Dark Rupee. But neither of them have Mother Brain cleared, so... Yep, he does. This is very, very interesting. On the right side, we've got Metroid, and on the left side, we've got Zelda. Unfortunately, Dark Rupee is the only one of these 4 who has not completed a game yet. Sis Crusher is about to deliver the payload. Let's see if he can lock this down, or if the Rinkas are gonna knock him off that platform. He must still pretty close behind here. Now, Mother Brain will be healing for all of the time that Sis Crusher is away from fighting, so the longer it takes him to get back into position, the more work he'll have to do to recover. And these Rinkas are not behaving, so that's given Steale plenty of time to catch up. Dark Rupee just blazing through level 9. Shadi right behind. Sis Crusher getting locked in with the Rinkas. Getting quite a bit of work done. And yet the Rinkas return. Now the Rinkas are set to home in now, so they are quite a bit more of a pain than you would usually find. Simultaneous boss fights going on. Looks like Dark Rupee emerges victorious over Ganon before Sis Crusher emerges victorious over Mother Brain. But there's Mother Brain down, so now he just has to escape. Looks like it was a pretty easy Torian path. That's Ganon, and it should be GG for Sis Crusher coming up here as soon as he makes it out of, looks like the vanilla. It looked like I didn't shuffle the Torian escape. That's pretty vanilla looking. But now the real race for second here. Shadi versus Steale. Shadi's got a Ganon fight, which is a lot faster than a Mother Brain fight, so looking pretty good for Shadi here. That is, if he can manage to land the hits. Again, Ganon is also healing. Oh, but there's Red Ganon. That's it for Shadi. And GG to Sis Crusher. Sis Crusher finished with an official SRL time of 3 hours, 15 minutes, and 14 seconds. Shadi finishes with an official SRL time in second place with 3 hours, 15 minutes, and 39 seconds. GG's for Shadi and Sis Crusher. This is very, very incredible how close this came down to. And it's going to be finishing up here pretty quick for Eat My Steale and Dark Rupee. Over, an over 3 hour seed. It's very incredible to see runners finishing this close. Also, GG. I am joined by Shadi. And I am joined by Sis Crusher.
I was specifically asking you not to snipe me when I was fighting Ganon. I said, no one sniped me, and you didn't listen. Like, what's the deal with that?
That's funny. 25 seconds. Jesus.
That's crazy. Over 3 hours.
I know.
Nuts.
I wasted a lot of time digging around for hearts. I should have just went to that money-making game earlier and just started.
I said the same thing.
Like, why am I digging around? I did find 1 heart in 4, I think. And then I'm like, I know we're 4 hearts on the overworld, and I know there's a money-making game out there, like out west somewhere. And it was right by 9, so it's like just a few rooms away from 9 there. And then
no, there's one right on the. There's one right on the start screen.
Oh, really? Jesus. Yeah. Oh, my God.
I totally forgot about it for a while, too. I was digging everywhere for a heart. Because I passed one up at the first take any. I wanted the money.
Yeah.
Boy. I regretted that about 2.5 hours later.
Yeah, and then I went into 7 and I ran into that mugger room with only 41 rupees. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go get 9 rupees. I'm not giving up a heart right now because I don't know how many hearts I'm gonna need.
Yeah, good point.
And it took a while to get packed through 7, but man, it was worth it. Maybe though, because I don't know. It didn't take long to farm that money.
I got lost in 4. Oh wow, Steale's right behind us too. I got lost in 4 for a little bit. I thought I was blocked. And there was going to be like another entrance somewhere.
Yeah, I did too. And you had to go through that staircase down to the bottom right, and then go up. And there was a heart container in there when I went back in. So that's the last thing I did before I started farming.
I know, because I saw a wave like sitting on the ground. I was like, oh, could have had that so early.
Oh, I did get that one pretty early.
That's what I missed. I didn't know you could walk left out of the Triforce room. So I thought I was sealed off from the bottom.
Right.
Alright, looks like Eat My Steale is just about to finish. That's a finish. GG for Eat My Steale at official SRL time of 3 hours, 19 minutes, and 4 seconds. GG to Eat My Steale.
At least Lord Norfair was required.
Oh, yeah. I hope Eat My Steale talks about this, but he died on the way to the Ridley Totem and didn't go back for it for a while.
Painful.
I got stuck at the very bottom of Lower Norfair. I got hit into between those 2 columns, and I didn't have the boots.
Oh, no.
But then I hit Lone Missile the next time I came back. So I think those are the only like 2 or 3 items I didn't get. Whatever's left there on the bottom to the right. There's probably 3 hearts.
You're joined by Eat My Steale. GG.
GG, y'all.
GG.
GG.
So it turns out you needed totems in this game? I'm confused about it. I completely forgot that I didn't get any after I killed Ganon. I was like, oh, smooth sailing. Got this under wraps. Like, oh, I need to get those totem things.
Yeah, you must have realized that mid-ascent in the middle of that Brinstar shaft.
Yeah, I think I just started going up, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, now I've got to go and dig the worst places left in the whole game.
Yeah, you had died, I believe, in Lower Norfair before you reached the Ridley Totem, and that's not a check that you. That's one of those ones where you make the calculated risk of, do I really want to go all the way back there for that? And a lot of the times the answer is no, but in this case, the answer was yes.
Yeah, I wasn't even trying to go for that one when I was in there earlier. I was, for some reason, like the first time I was in, like Lower Norfair, and then Ridley as well. I was thinking in Ridley, I was like, that one spot, you know, where you need to do the jump to get over the thing, you can come on from the other side and see the item. I was saying, well, that I didn't think that was in logic, but I was like, well, if it's an upgrade, I think that was an upgrade. So I came back and looked at that later. The one that was in Lower Norfair that actually had the totem, it was a calculated move not to go all the way down there. I was like, okay, that's the one I'm going to leave hanging because that one takes forever to get down to. And if I got to come in, there's the other little path up there that I could come in later and do. And yeah, I had to do pretty much everything. I think that bomb upgrade spot in 8 was my absolute last check. And it was just, yeah, did everything.
Yeah, you were the first to get enough heart containers. You're the first to pick up Triforce piece number 4, the one that everybody was grinding for. Because you did have the hearts first. So...
Yeah, that's why I was feeling good coming out of 9, getting the win. I was like, oh yeah, I got the Triforce. It felt like I dug that pretty quick and got the money. And I was like, oh, nobody's finished. Smooth sailing. No.
Yeah. Still, everybody finished extremely close tonight. Dark Rupee's not too far behind him. He had to take an extended pause break there, right in the middle of Torian. So that was his second extended pause break. So
Gotta order dinner or something.
Had to hook up a couple burritos there.
I gotta say, it's the new meta. You know, it's not working out, but it's the new meta.
They caught a Mandalorian episode halfway through.
All right, well, he's working off of completely empty energy tanks here too, so this is a little bit precarious if those Rinkas get a little feisty.
They usually do. I find hard mother brain harder in this version than it was in the old version.
I'm not sure if anything is materially different between hard mother brain now and hard mother brain in 2.0. Are the Rinkas a little bit more of a bully in this one or something, or did the heals
I think so.
happen faster?
Or they hit harder, maybe? I don't know.
You start playing enough.
Something about it just seems harder than I remember. 2.0.
I do know we used to have the lava and like the color palette change color as she took damage, and that doesn't happen anymore. So you don't have as good of a sense of how far along you are, and since it doesn't feel like you're making progress, maybe it feels harder. I certainly thought that lava thing was a really cool effect, and then not sure if we're going to be able to get that back in, but I hope we do.
You know, I'm so used to this being this way with the homing Rinkas and everything. This just seems like normal now to me.
It's the same thing with Ridley. I can't believe that in vanilla, Ridley just hops up and down. Like, oh, tragic death. Like, I'm kind of gobsmacked how different Ridley is in vanilla.
I think the ice must not have done damage. She must, because it really took a long time to shoot down, seemed like.
Oh, I can double check that on the flags, because that is a flag, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took a death to Ridley. Kind of a bad one. Went back in and got him the second time somehow. I was able to open up with missiles for him, but he had me trapped back in the corner.
Ice beam damage is enabled. So that's another change from vanilla for the viewers at home. And actually, it's a fairly recent addition to Z1M1, but now Ice Beam will do damage when it collides and freezes an enemy, as opposed to before where it would only do damage on the unfreezing shot. And another harsh death here for Dark Rupee.
Telling you, it's harder.
Like I said, you're just not playing enough lately, Shaggy. Come on.
Ah, come on. I beat you.
You always beat me. Come on.
Crusher, too strong tonight. Just too strong.
The bets on who was going to do first really flipped a lot, near the end. Because it was down to a whole bunch of different things too. It was hard to really compare apples to apples here because Steale was missing the totems and everybody else was missing heart containers, and I think Shadi was missing the Ridley totem for a while near the end too. So and then people did the bosses in different orders from each other. So yeah, there was definitely a time where Sis Crusher, you were working on Mother Brain and Shadi was working on Ganon. Really hard to compare who's exactly in the lead here when things are shaking out so differently.
Did you kill Mother Brain first, Crusher?
I think so. I think we were both in the same boat where we were one heart short of the Triforce.
Yeah, I dug and got all the money, got all the Triforces, got that fourth Triforce, and then when I was looking for the other totems, went down and killed Kraid. Oh, look, there's a heart container right behind Kraid, so I dug for one that I didn't even need to do, so I had an extra.
Extra one? Look at you.
Hence my extra 4 minutes it took me.
Is Dark Rupee heading into this fight with 2 missiles?
Is that a bad thing, or?
Unless he intends to kill her with brain freeze.
Super missile. Have we hacked those in yet, or?
Oh, their stream just went up. Wait, I'm in the wrong. I'm on his stream, not the. His stream just went offline.
Is Rupee gonna use some bomb strats on Mother Brain here?
Oh, that is that a Mega Metroid or a Zeta Metroid from Metroid 2? Just waiting for the sweet release of death in the tomato sauce, it looks like. It's Spaghetti-O time.
I can't identify that Metroid. It's not black and white, so.
He resigned, that's why his thing went offline.
Yeah, it looks like Dark Rupee forfeited. Oh, man. Rough time here in Mother Brain.
GG, sir.
Yep, GG for Dark Rupee.
Don't blame him after that.
Yeah, it was so tight at the end, too. It was just incredible, really.
Yeah, the 3 of us were within 5 minutes of finishing without each other.
It's pretty nuts for such a long seed.
Yeah, I didn't have my IRC up for a long time, and I was just waiting for Shadi to come in my chat room.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
Yeah, I saw somebody finish. I assumed it was Shaggy. I was like, "Oh, it's Crusher! Awesome, good job, man."
Yeah.
Got your revenge on the Zelda seeds you did.
Something, I guess.
It's It's all that vanilla play you've been putting in. You're like paying dividends.
And maybe I should do vanilla second quest, and I don't need to look at all my maps for the dungeons so much. I looked so hard at the maps on 8. I was like, okay, which stair goes where? And yeah, that one goes over there. And okay. That was about probably 10 minutes of my time right there.
Yeah, 7 and 8, trying to figure out trying to remember where the staircases went was
Yep.
a little rough.
I had a maps pulled up and just sitting there looking at, okay, A goes to A. How do I get to C? You know.
Which wall can I walk through again?
Right.
And then
I saw
at the
quite
end,
a
it was
few
looking
people.
for hearts.
Saw quite a few people pushing up against walls that needed to bomb and bombing walls that needed to push up against.
Yeah, it was messy.
So,
Getting caught in those shutter rooms that don't open.
yeah, right. The one-way shutters.
All the swords are pretty easy to get, at least. I got mine out of 3, my first one.
Yeah, I might have missed, but did everybody get mags?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I had mags super early, I felt like.
Yeah, I think you were the first.
There was 1 in 5, 1 in 3, and I don't remember what the other one was.
Armos statue.
Armos, that's right. That was my last one, actually.
Get out of here. Look at you. What are you one?
I think I got the Armos. I think I killed the Gliacs. I killed all the Gliacs with wood swords. And then I got the 1 in 5.
You did not kill the level 2 Gliac with the wood sword. That one you killed with the white sword. You killed the Gliacs in reverse order, so that was pretty fun.
Oh, yeah. By the time I got the 2, yeah. But like the hard ones I killed with the wood sword.
Yeah.
7, I was actually real proud of myself the way I got through 7, because I had wood sword and like 5 hearts, and I cleared the whole level.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. I mean, I think you dipped into the potion a few times too, but I mean, still, that's a pretty good, a pretty impressive feat.
1 or 2 potion sips. But yeah, I mean, it was dark nut.
Oh yeah, you had that strat too where you clipped onto a block to keep you safe from the blue dark nuts. And, you know, time consuming, but definitely keeps you safe.
Oh yeah, you don't mess around with those guys.
All right, well, is there any closing remarks?
Yeah,
I guess-
good game to Rupee, and this is a fun one. And I wasn't expecting to go that long and look at the flags, but yeah, I mean, we had to get everything in this one, so it didn't really shock me at the end of the day. 8 Triforces, all the totems. You had to get the magic sword item. So, but yeah, this was a fun one. I liked it. I'm glad we all kind of finished all kind of together here. So, good game, guys, and good night.
GG's, that was really fun. Thanks for the restream and everything.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. Zilla. Triforce.
Yep, I mean, Triforce. So, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks Metal Machine and the team for putting this together. This is under constant development. If you want to join in, you can join the Z1M1 Discord, or you can download it from z1m1.info. Thanks to Speed Gaming for hosting. I have been FSS Zilla. The racers tonight were Eat My Steale, Dark Rupee, Shadi, and Sis Crusher. And our tracker was Hemi and Triforce. So I'm going to put those links in the chat, and take care, everybody. Good night.